So today I wanted to talk about how I introduced vocabulary. So today the lesson I did was from the Oxford Picture Dictionary, 2nd edition, which I think is a very good book for vocabulary. And you can also use the vocabulary in here to make other exercises focusing on grammar, conversation, whatever you like. So today, if you watched the video where I teach, the main idea that I wanted to get across today is the importance of repeating and going slowly. So when you're working with beginner or intermediate students, you have to be careful not to go too fast, because they are listening to what you're saying and their brain is trying to process, and sometimes they can only do maybe 2-3 words a minute. They might listen to you for an hour and only understand 5 words you say. But they'll hear those words over and over, and that's it. And then they're going to start falling asleep if they don't understand you. So this is true for anyone learning a second language. Obviously, for beginners, you have to be extra slow, extra careful with the words you use. For intermediate students, you can, say more. And obviously with advanced students, you can talk normally. So remember, the main idea of this video is just to stress speak slowly and clearly. And you might have to practice this if you don't get it right away, because when we speak to people normally, in general, we might speak pretty fast. So when you're in front of a classroom, just breathe. Breathe more. After you say a word, pause. Look at the students. Take in if they understand each word you say. Try to focus on the words in your book. So I'm using this vocabulary book. My main focus with my students is that they learn the words. And I will also sometimes put up sentences, common sentences that these words might be in. But mainly for this vocabulary, I try to focus on the words. So be sure that you speak slowly and clearly, and you say the words that you want to teach a lot. So over and over and over. So when I was introducing banner, I try to tell them what a banner is. I say banner over and over. Same with all the other words. I'm trying to say the word at least 3 times, and you try to get your students to say the word at least 3 times. Make sure that they can say the word with you, and if they have questions about pronunciation, let them ask you. And listen to them, and if you hear a student who has trouble saying the word, you can tell them, okay, Sam, why don't you say it? And let the class listen to Sam say it. And after Sam says it, you can correct him if it's not correct, or you can praise him if it is. So my main point is to speak slowly and clearly and say the word many times. Use the word many times, and try to get the students to say the word at least 3 times with you, slowly. The main purpose of this is not to go over vocabulary quickly. The main purpose is so that they can remember it, they can practice it, they can hear it so much that they get so used to it that they learn it. Because language, a lot of it is you're just listening, and you listen to it so many times that after a while it becomes a habit. And once it becomes a habit, then you've learned it. And so we're trying to help the students get comfortable with the words. Now, in order for them to make it a habit, they really have to practice it. And in addition to introducing vocabulary, there are other exercises you can do. I'm not going to do that now. I just wanted to explain these two main principles, which is speak slowly and clearly, and stick to the words, say the words over and over, have the students repeat the words over and over, and don't lose your focus. I know I've noticed some beginning teachers, sometimes they get carried away. They might start talking about other things related to the word, but it's okay to talk about some things related to the word, but not too many, maybe one at most, two at most. Keep your words very simple, use a lot of sign language, hand motions, drawings, especially for beginners. You have to be very careful. You don't want to lose them. And then they get unhappy because they feel it's too hard, and then maybe they'll give up. Depends on your students, but for our school, our students come and they don't pay any tuition. It's a nonprofit organization, and English lessons are free, so the students, they come and they don't pay anything. They come when they're free time, so if they feel that it's too difficult, a lot of them just give up and don't come back. But we want students to feel comfortable, feel happy that they can say the words, and feel happy that they know how to practice the words. So just remember, when you introduce vocabulary, take it slow. Repetition, repetition, repetition. Speak loudly and clearly. And after you introduce all the words, this is another point, after you introduce all the words, go back and review them again. Okay, so go back. Maybe the first time through you did some extra little stories, you try to explain them. But the last time you go through the words, you go through each word, say it at least twice, go through each one, review it with the class, make them repeat it with you until you get through all the words. And this is very important. So if you're a new teacher, what I would suggest is you either videotape yourself or you have someone you trust watch you teach and tell them what you're working on. So if you see this video and you think it will help you, you can tell them, your observer, to watch me and see if I'm speaking too fast, or am I speaking clearly? Am I saying the words over and over so my students have a chance to get used to hearing it? And do I let them have a chance to say the word over and over? And am I looking at my students and am I noticing if they are actually saying the words, if they're having problems with the words? I hope this is helpful. I know it's kind of hard. Some teachers, when they first start out, they're just very nervous because it's their first time teaching, and they just kind of just talk and they don't know sometimes. But if you listen to this video, then now you'll know to focus on that, and the more you do it, the better you'll get. And everyone can be a good teacher, just don't give up. So I wish you good luck, and I'm going to review again the main points. The first main point is speak slowly and clearly. The second main point is repeat the words more than once. You should repeat them 2-3 times at least, and you repeat them and the students repeat after you, so that they get used to hearing it and they also get used to saying it. And the last point I made at the end was review the words when you're done explaining them. Review them again. Let the class practice saying all of the words at least 2 times each again at the end. And that makes a very good class. So I wish you the best of luck, and thank you for watching this video. I hope it helped you.